Hi guys, my name is Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So a follow-up to my original underrated horror films, I want to do overrated horror films. And this could get quite controversial because people are quite touchy about the subject, and I am included in that. I am very touchy about when people say that certain films are bad that aren't bad. That's my opinion. I know that's my opinion and that's your opinion, and my whole point is, if you don't like something I say, let me know why in the comments down below. I want to have a conversation with you guys. Maybe try this time, instead of just liking the video, just let me know. It's okay. We can talk about it. We can talk it out. It's all good. And I want you guys to keep in mind that I try to be pretty positive on this channel. I'm trying to say things I love about horror because it's going to help you more out than things that you don't love. But I'm just trying to start a conversation here, and I want you to know, sure, these are my own opinions completely. I don't want to waste 90 minutes of my time watching something I don't like. I want all horrors to be good. So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to be like negative Nancy. Also, all of these movies are from subgenres of horror that I like. So we don't have any vampires, and we don't have any, not that I hate vampire movies, but I'm very selective, and I don't have any zombie films, which I'm very selective as well. So keep in mind that I have chosen from subgenres that I would watch a film from. I'm not just taking something that I completely wouldn't like anyway. It's got to do with the way it's made, the story, the delivery, all of that. So without further ado, here we go. Session 9. Oh, this bugs me. I wanted to like this movie so much. I don't know what happened. I feel like everyone talks about this film and everyone raves about this film, and I get where they're coming from, kind of, not really at all. So a cleaning crew arrive at a job at an abandoned hospital with personal baggage and the discovery of a former patient's therapy tapes. Things start to come a little complicated. I've rewatched this movie several times and I just don't get it. I don't understand why people think it's so terrifying. It just doesn't get there for me, and it's really sad. It kind of falls short. It has this big lead up, and I get what they're doing with the overall story, but why? Why you gotta be like that? It annoys me. This movie really annoys me. The fact that everyone loves it so much, and I think they love the idea of it. I could be wrong, let me know. But it just doesn't get there for me, and it's really sad. Makes me very sad, this one. Next up, we've got Raving Cameras, and people love this movie. And I don't get it. I feel like every time someone speaks about this film, I'm like, oh, I've got to see that. And I look it up and I'm like, oh no, I've seen this. I swear I've tried to rewatch it several times thinking, oh, maybe it's a different film. No, it's the same film. I don't understand. Why do people like this film? I'm all for found footage, you guys know that. I just don't get this one. It's a really straightforward plotline, reality show that do like hauntings, show up at an abandoned mental hospital. Wow, I'm seeing a theme here. And try to capture evidence of paranormal activity. This movie is so forgettable for me, obviously, that I have nothing to say. Next up, all the boys love Mandy Lane. All of the boys do not like this movie. This is a crap movie. I feel like it was trying to be like hot and sexy and cute and cool and smart and slick, and it was just none of those things. It starts off like this and ends like nothing. Nothing actually happens in this movie. Nothing that exciting. So the storyline is very simple and plain. After Mary gets hot over the summer, she gets invited to this secluded ranch by like the cool kids, and she's meant to like hang out with them and have sex and rock and roll and all that shit. But that does not happen. This is more of a slasher kind of film. Once again, let me know. Why? I just didn't get it. It didn't get anywhere with me. Was not a fan. Just nothing really interesting happened. A lot of people are saying that they don't understand why everyone liked Mandy. Why? Because she was more of a quiet person. She doesn't really talk to anybody. She's like the mysterious like girl next door. And lots of people are saying her looks, like they're like, oh, she's not even that good looking. She's hot. She's hot. Come on. I'm not hating because of that. I'm just hating because why? Why? Okay, my next one I'm gonna get crucified for. Ugh, please bear with me here. I have reasons for this one. I have complete reasons. They Live. I am so sad I don't like this film. Trust me, I'm sad I don't like any of them. I'm really sad about it. I look really sarcastic, but I'm sad, I promise you. They Live. I just did not, I wanted to like this film, and I think a lot of people like this film because they think that the aliens look cool. So the storyline is a man who is down on his luck and trying to keep it all together He finds these sunglasses and he puts them on, and he can see subliminal messages that are hidden and that the world has pretty much been taken over by aliens. So like I said before, I think a huge reason that this film is such a hit is because it looks iconic. Like the way that they did the aliens' faces, it reminds me a little bit of Mars Attacks. I love Mars Attacks. I love anything to do with aliens. I'm a huge alien person. Like I was saying with the other films, it just falls short for me. This one is so hyped up by horror fans and I just don't get it. Sure, it had a good story. I liked where it was going, but it was just boring, and it just had all this nonsense that had nothing to do with the targeting problem where aliens are taking over. It's like the timeline of the movie, it was mostly taken up by him just messing around, and it was really annoying. Like, we could have got to some cool stuff, and it just didn't get there for me, obviously. Okay, here we go, The Ward. I know this looks really bad, but it's not a John Carpenter or Amber Heard problem. I swear, it's just a coincidence. The Ward was shit. I love John Carpenter, I have nothing against him, but my god, why? I feel like people are kind of split on this one, but I do feel like it's overrated in a way that it is spoken about so much, where it should have just been like on the backbench and no one let's just not talk about it anymore. The storyline goes a little bit like this. A woman is captured for arson and taken to a mental asylum. Oh my gosh, 3 out of 5 ain't bad for mental asylums in this list, hey? She's taken there and she is terrorized by this ghost and she tries to figure out who it is, blah, blah, blah. The ending, like some of these other films, God, they actually have a lot of common themes. If you've seen all of these films, you know what I'm talking about. It just made no sense. Payoffs should be a fun and exciting time in the movie. It shouldn't be a, what? Credits rolling, huh? What? I like a great payoff when you're just stunned, and this does not deliver. Now for a little bonus extra, I actually went and spoke to several different groups on Facebook and asked people what they thought the most overrated horror movies were, and the answers are really surprising. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was very interesting what other people think overrated horror is. It's not what I think it is at all. So I just kind of tallied what I could see people responding more to, and for the third we had The Conjuring, which I like this movie. I think it's different, I think it's cool, I think it's a good way to have modern horror. This is my modern horror, I like this. Second, some of you will totally agree with this, and I've spoken to some of you guys who don't like this film. I love it. Blair Witch. Blair Witch. People don't like Blair Witch. Why? No, I kind of knew that. Kind of knew that Blair Witch wasn't everyone's taste, so it kind of makes sense. And number one is the saddest of all. People do not like The Exorcist. They think it's completely overrated. And I'm getting really passionate. I don't agree with that at all, but you know what? That's the general consensus, and that's crazy. What do you think is the most overrated horror? And let me know why you liked some of the films I mentioned and what you like about them, because I'd love to know. I'm not just saying that, I actually really want to know. Remember to go check out my Facebook, guys. I post stuff all the time, and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay spooky. Bye. Saying, oh, you could have been the guy in the second one if you shaved your mo off, which I think is really cool and just cheesy, and it just takes the mickey out of it. It makes it really fun for a really gross movie.